Hello everyone, welcome back to Hallyhandro HD. Today I wanted to talk about Xasthur, the one-man black metal project from California. When I first heard about Xasthur, it was through a work colleague who is vastly more superior to me in all elements of metal, specifically black metal. He knows a lot more, he's like top tier. And me being a bit of a noob, I was like, what's good? What's good? And he gave me like a big list of names. And he was like, check out these guys, check out these guys, check out these guys. And Xasthur was one of the guys they asked me to check out. And I was like, cool. And he's like, right, this guy's, by himself. He's a multi instrumentalist, very good, very deep, very dark lyrics, very sort of raw and very emotional. And I was like, yeah, let's give this guy a try. So the first album I had ever listened to of Xasthur's was Nocturnal Poisoning. One of my favourite songs from Nocturnal Poisoning was the song Nocturnal Poisoning. So from the same album there was Nocturnal Poisoning. And I really liked it because it's interesting because it's not your typical like black metal, not like Dark Throne or Emperor or it is very like instead of it being very raw and in your face and hate, angry, it's more sort of like sadness, depression, but it's very there's a lot going on, and I really like Xasthur because um of how it's more abstract than it is any sort of music you listen to, and there's a reason behind it. There's like any sort of popular music of today, somebody's singing about something because of a reason, be it I don't know, Adele because she's singing about a former lover or whatever, or One Direction singing about how beautiful a girl is or whatever. But what separates them from Xasthur is that Xasthur is, you listen to a song and you don't know exactly where he's going with it. Like it's there's something happening, and it takes you on I think it takes you on a journey, and that's what I really like about him. So he, that was there was a list, and I'll check out this. It's pretty cool and whatever. So I listened to it, and I was like, okay, that's cool. And I was like, what's this guy all about? So I had to go a bit more digging, and I came across this one project. Well, I guess it was a project. It was more like a documentary of like one man black metal bands, and there was Xasthur, Stierborg from Australia, and Leviathan from America. And what I took away from that was that like these three individuals have a very unique, you know, thing that they're doing. Like they're creating music by themselves. Like they're multi instrumentalists. They can play guitar, they can play drums, they can play whatever. They're very good, and they can also they're singing and whatever. And each one of them have their own unique way about how they're doing their thing. And Stridesburg, or can't know how to pronounce it. Was very, he lived very much for the genre. He done himself up in the makeup, he done himself up in the robes, and he went into the caves and whatever, and he was very at one with what it meant to be a black metal frontman. Leviathan was very angry, very sort of raw, very like I hate the world, and I'm going to tell everyone I hate the world. And those two artists were cool, but Xasthur really sort of brought the isolation and and the sort of despair to what it meant for this genre. And there's a very different feel when you watch the documentary, and I'll link it into the description because I think it's a very good sort of like thing if you're interested in learning about psychology or whatever. Like the three different guys, like for me personally, I felt that Stroudsburg was a wee bit sort of, he didn't have the sadness or the anger, as Leviathan did. But then Xasthur didn't, has the sort of a very different way about him. So all that being said, as it's lockdown, I felt really inclined to find out if Xasthur's doing okay. Scott Connor, I felt like the man Scott Connor. Like, I hope he, I sent him a message saying, hey, like, I'm a big fan. Are you all right? Essentially, like, it's lockdown. I mean, for him, he does live by himself. He's very isolated, very very contained person. So it doesn't really, as we know from the past, it doesn't really breed very well for guys to be like that, and especially with the pandemic and so on. And we in the one man black metal documentary, we see just how isolated he really is. Like, he's a man who lives like completely by himself. He records his tunes or whatever. It's all done in like a really small, compact area. But like he pumps out music on the daily. Like, when he wakes up and he's like, right, I'm going to make a song, and that's just how it is. And so I watched that documentary. And I was a bit worried, so I messaged him, and he actually replied to me, which was really cool. I'll show it on the screen there. So it's nice to actually get a reply, and it was good that he interacted with his fans and so on, and it's good to see that he's not actually done anything stupid. But you never know with these things. So yeah, I was just very happy to see how it was all going, and I'm glad to see he's still making music. He's went a bit more acoustic, which is okay. I'm not the biggest fan of acoustic, but what I'll do is I'll play a snippet of what I mean by his music, just so you can get an idea. Just to see the sort of the raw passion and the raw emotion that this guy actually sort of portrays with his music. So this is Nocturnal Poison. So this is actually my favourite song. And you can see it's very sort of like that. It's very dark. His sort of screams are interesting. In the actual documentary itself, he was asked to do that. He was asked to make a scream, and he performed one, which was very very haunting. Actually, I'm going to see if I can find that, because I want people to see that, because that's very cool. Let's see if I can get that up. Let's see. So this is it here. So this was the. Oh, that's an advert. Clicking on the advert.
It's time to
I'll cut this out.
Great outdoors.
I can't see this. So here we go. So let me see if I can find it. So this is going through the different guys like Leviathan. So this is so that's Stryberg there.
Branches, and you were just
I'll put it on mute. But that's Stryberg. So here we go. This is Scott Connor.
Most black metal artists, when they say the word "kill," they'd be like "kill."
Yeah.
But then you could take it to like something like you do.
I like to like.
Can you do it loud? No.
Yeah, this is cool.
Oh, it's fine. Yeah.
Maybe.
If you don't want it, that's fine.
This set chills.
It'd be cool if you did though. Yeah.
See, this is so like raw emotion, raw passion. Like he's not faking it. It's just real. So anyway, I thought I'd show that. But this is the type of music that he plays. Very lo-fi, very it's a style. He knows he's not making mainstream music. He's making music specifically for people that want to find it. If you want to listen to Xasthur, you will listen to Xasthur. It's not something for the audience. It's very depressive, very emotional, very slow. But there's also, I actually really enjoy this when we're just chilling out. Like if I'm just sitting around, I actually really like this. And I thought a lot of people would think to myself like, really? You like this? But yeah, I do. It's very, I enjoy it. But yeah, to skip on a wee bit, it shows the experimental side of it. gets faster. And that's sort of more traditional black metal, like very sort of screams, very fast, very getting a lot of that. But then what I think this does is it takes you on a journey. So it takes you from like slow, sad, depressive, and then like very hard, very raw sound, and then we'll get to it. One of my favourite parts of the song, actually. If we ever get there. This bit here, it's very slow and very. And to me, that's really nice. Like, I like that. Very. This bit here. Very atmospheric. Takes you away from the angry, depressive sound. And, yeah. Anyway, yeah, don't want to play too much of that. Might get done for copyright. But there you go. There's my 2 cents on Xasthur. Very cool guy. And I hope he's doing okay. He said he's doing okay, and they've had, from the message, and he's releasing music, so cool. But I'm glad that you stayed this far with me, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.